Thank you all for being here for another Pick a Pile reading. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both fun and fascinating. Who are you and what makes you seductive? This reading will offer some advice and go into detailed insights about what gives you that irresistible allure. So, make sure you keep that in mind as we journey through the messages. Now, before we begin, I want to quickly remind you that this is a general or collective reading. That means it might not resonate with everyone. If it speaks to you, that's fantastic. But if it doesn't quite align with your energy, don't worry about it. Simply take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Every reading won't be a perfect fit for everyone, and that's perfectly normal. Trust yourself and your intuition as we go along. Here's how we'll be selecting your pile today. First, take a deep breath, allowing yourself to relax and center your mind. When you're ready, look at the piles in front of you. Your intuition will guide you to the one that stands out. Trust that gut feeling. If you're feeling drawn to more than one pile, that's okay. It just means there are messages waiting for you in both. Don't feel like you have to limit yourself to just one. Sometimes, the universe has a way of guiding you to the right information from multiple sources. This reading is coming from a place of intuition, and the channeled messages I've received through the tarot cards. I've really poured my energy into crafting this reading specifically for you. If it resonates with you, I would be so grateful if you could show some support by leaving a comment, liking, or even sharing this video. Your support means the world to me and really helps me continue bringing more readings like this to you. So, take a moment, tune into your intuition, and choose your pile. When you feel ready, let's jump right in and uncover what makes you seductive. Okay, you chose pile 1. The cards drawn for your reading are 6 of Wands, the Hanged Man, and 9 of Cups. Your desire for success and your goals to get whatever you want without letting obstacles hurt you are what make you seductive. I can feel that you have the fire within you, and you don't let other people step over you. You also have a sense of enjoyment from protecting what you want, as you are reserved with your goals. Therefore, no one can sabotage you, and you cannot sabotage yourself either because it doesn't make any sense to you. Why have the need to sabotage yourself like in the past? You come to the realization that it's not worth it because you have this mindset where you know you deserve good things. Some of you are questioning how this makes you seductive nowadays. It's very rare for someone to have this mindset, to be so authentic with other people without putting on a mask. How can that not make you seductive? To be able to have other people in your fingers, yet you do not have any intention to harm them. How can these qualities not make you seductive? You don't even do anything, and you're able to get people to find you so attractive that they're actually turned on by you. Some of them have fantasies about you that are very spicy, and some of them have sexual fantasies about you that they actually want to pursue. A specific fantasy I'm feeling for them is that they want you to be submissive because I feel that a majority of you are a top leaning towards averse. I'm getting that it's a power dynamic situation. You have this persona of a dominant person, the leadership aura, which is people's perception of you, but in reality, you're very soft and calm, and I think this is what makes people so intrigued by you because you're contradicting their impression of you. With the Hangman, this card represents self-sacrifice and a release for something. So I'm feeling that some people that you are close with know that you are a person who values justice, and you do have this desire to help others without asking for anything in return, which would make sense with your soft personality. I hear that a lot of men actually find this very sexy, and I have an image of someone that you are acquainted with or know. They have a bright smile, and they have black hair. They're light-skinned, and they wear casual clothing, primarily sweatpants or jackets, and you don't see their shirt often. This person has feelings for you, but not as a crush, only as sexual attraction. I feel that this person often daydreams about BDSM with you and desires to pull your hair and dominate you, but they also want to be pegged by you when you are their dom. I'm also feeling this person is a masochist in terms of sex, and they definitely love to call you mistress or master or mommy or sir. Some of you feel uncomfortable with these terms, and some of you like them, but I feel that if you were to get into a friends with benefit relationship, you should be open with them about what makes you uncomfortable. Also, you're going to enjoy the relationship, as it will open up the guards that you hold dearly. This person broke through your guards and showed you happiness and freedom. However, if you don't get into a relationship with them, then you will find it on your own terms, which is the idea you have in mind right now. Some of it is your career, some is going back to college to change your major, which is something you have been scared to do. This is your confirmation, And for the rest, it's living a little more. I see that you already do. But intuition says, explore more, eat such food, do something that you want to, but couldn't do because of X. Take this time to enjoy life to the fullest. Going back to what makes you seductive, I'm also feeling that your idea of love, the way that you express your affection for other people, is also another way for you to heal yourself. I'm picking up that you used to be very selfish in the past, not in a way where you did things for yourself and prioritized yourself, but in a way to hurt or harm others. Some of you did not acknowledge that you hurt them, but intuition tells me you're doing this as a way to repay your sins. People have actually noticed and started to appreciate this quality because you have opened up about it. With this quality, you were able to have another secret admirer. Intuition tells me this is a close friend of yours or will be. She has a goofy and sweet personality, and she likes wearing 80 seconds clothing and or cute clothing. She likes to experiment with her makeup style and prefers purple and maroon red lipstick or purple and or pastel green glitter eyeshadow. If you haven't met this person, you will meet her in 2 to 3 months. With the 9 of Cups, I'm able to channel that one of the best qualities that make people find you seductive is that you know your worth, you're confident, and you truly love yourself. You are so proud of yourself for how long and how hard it was for you to come back from this mindset that you grew up with and got out of. Your environment wasn't great, and it did not have the best influences, but you were the one who taught yourself how to better yourself, not for others, but for self-improvement. This is what has triggered people to find you beautiful. They have all the qualities I want in a person to love and cherish. I want them, but I can't have them because they want themselves. You are able to offer people this desire to come after you because you could offer them some sort of safety or protection. They feel so safe with you because you're authentic with them. And it is so hard nowadays for authenticity. But because of the hardship that you went through and the environment you grew up in, you learn to understand how important it is to be your real self. Your authentic vibration is so hard to come by because you're able to influence people in the best possible way. That is why you have so many people after you. That's why you're so seductive. That's why you're so attractive, because you have one of the best frequencies, authenticity. I finished the reading at 449, and 449 means you should stay open to the opportunities life brings you. That you should understand that everything happens for a reason, and I feel as if you found this reading because you were looking for a sign to keep going. So you should keep going, so you can open up your horizons even more than you already have. I think you should keep this mindset, because whoever you believe in, God, the universe, yourself, etc., will help you achieve what you want. This mindset is bringing you closer to your desired self or higher self, and some of you are struggling to keep at it because it's hard. And I completely understand. But I do want to remind you that I'm incredibly proud of you and that I am with you. So if you do not have anyone, please be aware that you have me. If you're interested in a longer version or a detailed reading about your future spouse, feel free to book a session starting at just $10. Check out the comments and description for more details. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care. And always remember you are loved. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. You chose pile 2. The cards drawn for your reading are Queens of Wands reversed, Kings of Sword, and the Devil reversed. The reason you are considered so seductive is because you portray a dominant and bold persona. You have these goals in mind, and you do not sit around. You actually work hard for it and obtain the desire that you want. You also have this mindset where, you don't let anyone step over you. You also feel this need to push yourself to the limit to achieve what you want because you know the harder you work, the more you can achieve. But I feel that your intuition or your inner child wants you to back it down because you don't have to work that hard to get what you want. I'm also hearing that your inner child wants you to take it easy and relax because they know that you can achieve what you want. And it's also important to prioritize your mental health or mental diet, because without it, you won't be able to function properly. And I feel like the majority of you reading this pile are burned out completely, and you're actually killing yourself about it. But it is not necessary to do such thing because it is normal behavior. Also, my intuition says to take care of your mental health before you start achieving your goal again. Another thing that makes you attractive is the determination that you possess when it comes to your hobbies. I feel as though many of you have active hobbies or vigorously challenging hobbies in order to improve your growth in knowledge and physical strength. A lot of people have noticed that you have worked tremendously on your mental concept, And they have also noticed that you possess this sexiness by creating new goals or ideas to achieve when you're in a stagnant period of your life. With King of Swords, I'm picking up that you have this very smart mindset with people, like you're very intelligent, great at explaining things, persuading people, and manipulating people. But I'm truthfully picking up that you have this magical aura. When it comes to your knowledge, I can't explain it properly, but the feeling that I feel as of right now is like I am in a fairy tale with the smartest person in the world who is guiding me into the right path or my life purpose. That is how I feel about this pile. You have wisdom, and you guide people to the right path or whatever they have in mind. You have so much intellect to share because you have experienced so much, but you also have this power to change people's minds. You're also very calm, and I can also feel that you use your calmness to make people fall in love with you. So, I'm also picking up some of your manipulation of other people, which makes you have them in your grasp and get what you desire. But I think, despite some of you having a manipulative interest when it comes to such things, you do honor your morals. Because I feel that those who have a manipulative personality reading this pile only do it on a whim or because the person deserves it. The majority of you have a moral code and aren't manipulative. You truly honor your morals because, in a way, it keeps you grounded from doing something that you will regret in the future. And I know that a majority of you have done actions that you have regretted. And now you're able to use the past to make the right choices in the present moment and the upcoming future. With the Devil card, I'm actually picking up what I wrote in the second paragraph. This card stems from freedom and release, as well as releasing control. I'm feeling that a lot of you actually spoke to people about the trouble you have with manipulating other people, and I know that some people find it seductive, and you have noticed it. However, I think with the Devil card, you actually understand that having such power can be dangerous, and you're trying to change the way you manipulate your admirers. Some of you are trying to let go of the satisfaction of having such control, and the rest of you are trying to release this guiltiness when you unintentionally manipulate someone. And in order to incorporate what you desire, you must understand that these desires are natural to have, and you must understand not to kill yourself over them like you keep doing. If you implement the idea that this is wrong, this is right, and this is neutral, you are going to have this ideology that every small thing you do is wrong and the small mistakes are wrong. But you're also going to have this assumption or idea in your mind 24/7 of what is right and what is wrong, and this idea will or has already drained you. And I believe that is what you are feeling right now. Aside from the blunt answers that I have written for you, I think the most important thing that makes you seductive, or why people are drawn to you, is that you put yourself out there. A majority of you have an egotistical mindset, and some of you have a self-centered mindset. I see that all this stems from trying to protect yourself so you do not get hurt, which is okay. But if you were to implement your morals into the way you speak to others, then you'd be able to achieve what you desire, because I know that this pile wants to better themselves and learn to not be so afraid of getting hurt. Now, if we are speaking about the sexual part of this reading and what makes you so seductive, then you should know it's the way that you act. With the word seduction, it sounds very sexual, but I think with this pile, it's more like your appearance can seduce men without even trying. You have confidence, and people don't expect that from the way you look. You kind of are a surprise to people, especially men, as people think you are an enigma. And I see that you are, because during sex you are very submissive, or you're a bottom unless angry. When they degrade you, it's kind of like a thrill for you because you get this anger inside as you use anger to bring out your dominant side. You flip to your masculine energy upon them as you take control during it. I also feel that you tend to use ropes when you take control with your person, partner, or whomever, like FWB, or one-night stands, and such. But I feel that you somewhat have a rougher side when it comes to taking control, and I think you kind of seek entertainment when they're slightly in pain, which is consensually. I also feel that, in general, you like to wear tight-fitting clothing and slutty clothing, which breaks people's perception of you because of your presence or how you speak to them. I think when it comes to your face, you look younger than your age and have a baby face. And as mentioned before, you are more confident and egotistical, so I believe you draw many eyes towards you because of your outfit, which is what truly makes you seductive. Because a lot of men will not admit it, but they do like this type of person. I am speaking of those whom you meet, and you like their attention, so you tend to accentuate your assets, which works, and this is why you tend to be certain of their attention as well. If you're interested in a longer version or a detailed reading about your future spouse, feel free to book a session starting at just $10. Check out the comments and description for more details. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care. And always remember you are loved. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, you chose pile 3. The cards drawn for your reading are 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and Ace of Swords. As a person, you like to prioritize other people's feelings, but you seem to forget about yourself. I'm seeing a golden cup that is filled with coins, riches, and jewels. I see 4 to 5 crows circling around as they peck on the coins, and the crows are the people who are after you because you let them walk over you. The jewels or riches are the love and generosity you give them, but the golden cup is your heart. My intuition is telling me that you are pure as a river as it flows around a rocky area. The rock area is the weight in your heart that is trying to balance out being kind to people while also being kind to yourself and trying to understand not to be a doormat. At this moment, I'm really picking up this feeling of sadness and anger. I feel like you guys are very angry with yourself, you're very emotional, and you're really hating yourself at the moment because you let people walk over you and you try your hardest for them, but you don't get the same appreciation. When you let people walk over you, you allow yourself to fill a bottle. In this case, the bottle is overflowing, and some of it has exploded for others. I can feel a lot of wrath in my heart right now as I channel this message. There are a lot of emotions, and I cannot describe them all, but you must learn to channel the anger into something that can be symbolic for you. Trying to at least communicate how you feel with other people. If they do not reciprocate, leave them immediately because you must learn to self-respect yourself. You must learn to love yourself. That is what my intuition is literally screaming to me. You can also put your anger into words, like writing a song that you do not have to publish, writing poetry, writing a story, drawing, running, punching a pillow, etc. But what I do here is that you must communicate with other people. Because letting yourself be walked over does not benefit you in the long run. It only causes you more pain. And then you have a tendency to self-sabotage. The thing is, your good heart is what makes you seductive, but only from the people who show you the same love and appreciation. People get turned on by your innocence and your kindness. I'm also feeling that there's a particular boy in your life who has a major crush on you despite your sexuality, and they like how cute, pure, and innocent you are. They have green eyes, brown hair, and a mole on their left cheek. I hear that some of you have a mask of this cuteness persona, and they can see right through it. But I'm not talking about the mask that you put out. I'm talking about the pureness inside your heart despite the hardship, despite some people not showing the same appreciation, despite people walking over you, etc. Despite all this, you still show the same love nonetheless. And I know you have anger inside of you, but I know you still show such kindness to other people because you think that people deserve the same kindness. You believe everyone has a bad day, and you know what that's like. So you want to spread kindness and positivity to people, and frankly, I think that's quite gorgeous, and so does this guy. With the 4 of Wands, I can see you as a person who has a lot of respect for the homeless shelters and those who volunteer. I also see you as someone who has a desire to help poor people and those who are also orphans at the orphanage. Some of you are actually already volunteering during your free time with homeless people, and you guys have a great reputation within the community. As for the rest of you, you don't have enough time for it, or your parents won't allow it. As some of you do live with your parents due to cultural backgrounds or because you do not have enough money to support yourself. I'm feeling that the majority of you, though, do live alone, whether with a roommate or in your own apartment. But you really do want to help the homeless, which is what I can feel. With the 4 Wands, the card is about community and support, showing a sense of security and safety. And honestly, that is what I feel with you guys. You guys are basically this tarot card. You guys have a sweet and caring soul, and you bring a sense of safety, and people feel at home with you. And as I mentioned before, this is truly one of your biggest qualities with you being seductive. People have noticed your genuineness in helping others without expecting anything in return. And you look forward to this. Your enthusiasm to help others is what has brought a lot of people to you, especially in this community. Even if you haven't started to volunteer with other people, when you do, more people will come to you. Because your heart is so pure, people can feel it. Try to imagine an angel on earth. That is what my intuition is telling me and showing me this image of you where a bright white light is surrounding you and glowing inside and outside of you. That is your energy. Another thing that makes you seductive is the way you present yourself to others with the facade. When your admirers know damn well you ain't innocent, you do come off as pure and innocent, but I know that a lot of you are not, because you guys are some kinky people. Lol, I swear. I can feel you guys having a dirty emphasis on dirty mind, but you like to hide it with your innocent facade. And some of you watch adult content, and some of you read steamy books. You guys like the steamiest things, and honestly, some of you are ashamed of it, but please do not be. It's completely normal, and that's not something to be ashamed of. But I do like to remind you that your admirers do like this part of you. For them, it is simply a mystery. I believe they like this idea of fun, as if you're a puzzle in the wrong puzzle box. That is the energy I feel. Because of your contradictory personality, you have achieved this idea of sexiness without even realizing it. With the Ace of Swords, I feel as though you already know about the struggles and trauma you are facing. The majority of you are having a realization of what's wrong, that you allow people to walk over you like you are a doormat. The Ace of Swords is, in my opinion, about strength and about how we can find solutions within our minds because we are all intelligent. I find that people go through external means to find a solution, but with you, I feel as though you're working on it internally to understand how to give yourself more self-respect. I believe I have already mentioned this. However, I feel what makes you seductive is self-explanatory. I believe that with the energy that I'm channeling, your last seductive quality is how you work on your own problems without bringing other people down and asking for help. You rely on yourself because you know that people will always come to you for advice. I can tell that you have come to the realization that you are the key that opens up people's worlds, and you open it up, expand their horizons, and make them understand their worth. So now you're embodying this idea, this ideology onto you. And I feel that as of now, everything makes a lot of sense. I feel like this is why I could not channel your message for 2 weeks, because your energy just changed. When you read this, you will have shifted to the right path, as my intuition says. I hear my intuition tell me that some of you wanted to ask a question, but then you guys are looking at tarot card readings on YouTube, and some of you are finding them on different sources. I also feel like some of you guys are using those spinning wheel generators with yes, no, and maybe for questions that need to be answered. I need to tell you that the answer that you are looking for is within yourself, but you do not accept it because you do not like the answer. Sometimes we have questions about life and we want a different answer, and sometimes when we find out, we want to change it because that's not what we want, but that does not help us in our path and how we can enjoy life, so you must listen to yourself and your intuition, because all of you do not listen to it at all. Some of you say logic this, logic that, and some of you say or listen to what your heart feels at that very moment, and both of these are okay, but it is important to prioritize your intuition, because it knows best. And I understand what it's like to follow logic more than your intuition, as this is how human brains function because of what society taught us, and this is how we have grown up. However, it is important to prioritize your intuition in these circumstances. If you want to heal from the trauma that you're putting away from fear, I know that a majority of you wanted to come here and find out what makes you seductive, but you got more advice than qualities, and I believe it's because you need to focus on your healing. I did mention 3- for qualities, which is very true for you, so do not worry that you are not seductive because you are, and I can feel your energy. It's very beautiful. However, I want you to really focus on healing yourself and saying positive affirmations. Try to at least allow yourself to disconnect from those who do not treat you well, and make sure to learn how to say no and prioritize yourself so you don't end up in a rabbit hole. Because I feel your emotions right now, and it has a lot of anxiety, and that is what I'm feeling right now. My heart is beating very fast, and that is what you guys feel on a daily basis, so please take care of yourself. I would truly appreciate it if you learned how to do the things that make you happy, because I feel like if I were to meet you, I would want to give you a hug, and I don't like to do it that much. I feel like you guys need so much affection and love, and your inner child is hurting, so at least show them that love. So prioritize yourself, make sure to take care of yourself, and do not worry if people do not like you when you learn to do better for yourself. You're doing this for a reason, so you can become your higher self. The people who are meant to stay in our lives are meant to be with us and will help us achieve our higher selves. For those who are not meant to stay with us, I truly believe they are a lesson. I feel like they are there to teach us something, so we can become the people we are meant to be. but we cannot become them if we don't learn what's right for us. I also feel like some of you need some words of encouragement, so allow me to be that person. You are a strong person, and I truly believe that you are meant to do great things in life. I truly believe and I see your future that you will be happy, and you will have the most beautiful things you cannot imagine as of now. But when it does happen, your heart will be content and you will find the person who makes you feel all giggly inside, whether that's a platonic lover or a romantic lover. Your family does not despise you as much as you want to believe. It is true that your family cares for you. I'm not talking about your biological family, as the majority of you have a lot of trauma and a shitty family. I'm speaking about those who are friends or co-workers, or even your pet or one of your siblings. They care about you, and they love you. A family does not have to be blood related. It can be anyone. Maybe your favorite YouTuber or social media creators are like family to you. Then, so be it, and they care about you. I feel as some of you feel it with me. I prefer to be humble, but I feel like some of you feel like I am there to help, that I listen, that I care, and that you enjoy my content, and that I'm like family to you. So be it. People love you, and people care about you. I care about you, and I enjoy your company, whether it's anonymous or not, but you must know that you are not worthless. You are worthy and you are so loved right now, and I can feel this sense of peace right now as I channel your message. I can feel this sense of comfort, and some of you right now are taking a picture of this or screen recording it. And I also feel some of you are crying because I can feel your inner pain or because I understand you because people don't, and I am glad I can be the light for you. I am glad you found this pile because it's meant for you. I am delighted and blessed you want to change yourself and that you want to grow as a person and feel more safe within yourself. And I know you are scared right now because you do not know what will happen. But do you know that this journey will be beautiful? It will not be all rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes it will be skulls and lightning. But that is how all journeys are, and at the end, it's always the most beautiful of them all. And that is who you will become. I can feel this beautiful and mesmerizing energy from your higher self. It's so calming and so soothing. I feel like I'm in heaven right now. I feel peace, I feel happy, and I feel like crying, and honestly, I feel like once you achieve them, you will feel the same peace I feel right now. If you're interested in a longer version or a detailed reading about your future spouse, feel free to book a session starting at just $10. Check out the comments and description for more details. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care. And always remember you are loved. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.